Hey, hey, we are back. Welcome back to Live. I appear to be glistening a bit. It's it's getting hot here. I mean, it's not that hot. I'm in the basement right now, but I feel like just even stepping outside, I mean, I was chilling on my deck before, but I don't know. I'm not greasy, but I'm feeling a little glisteny, if that's a word. Anyways, hope you're all doing well. It's been a bit of busy week for me so far. I was finishing up getting a demo ready, and it ended up going pretty well, so that's cool. But let me just check a few things here, make sure nothing's going on in Slack, and let's change up my music here. Let's do lo-fi covers. I listen to this pretty often. I'll go ahead and share that in the chat. Where did you go, chat? All right, here we go. Refresh. Okay, there we go. Let's paste that in there. Chill lo-fi covers. I don't I don't play my music through the stream just because on YouTube I'll probably just get copyright violations. But just know that I'm listening to some good tunes. All right, I'll go ahead and drop that over on LinkedIn too if anybody actually wants to hear what I'm listening to. Let's see here. Am I live on LinkedIn? I should be. Yeah, there we go. And again, the thing I finally discovered after my buddy Ian Douglas from Block told me I could never figure out. I've mentioned this before on the stream, but in case anybody else is checking it out, I've I couldn't figure out why I couldn't post to my own live stream like comments on LinkedIn, and turns out you have to be actually running like watching the live stream or at least having it playing, and then you can comment. Which, again, is I get it from a spam perspective, but again, like I mentioned previously, if you're the person running the live stream, that shouldn't be necessary. So, anyways, if you're over on LinkedIn, I dropped the chill vibes I'm listening to. Okay, let's put that back over there. Let's put that there. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and share my screen. So, all right, and let me just go check socials real quick here. Right. All right. Thank you for the like, Nancy. All right, what's going on over here? Cool. All right, cool. So I'll get to that in a sec. I'm just gonna post on a couple other places. Where's that self promo channel? Messing around with OpenAI's code interpreter. Come hang. And let's go get that tweet. I should have posted this before in Slack and in Discord, but you know what I mean. We're live and these things. That's not what I wanted to show, but I am hanging out with the folks from DMNO. I forget how you say it. Domino, or it's not Domino, but I think they call it. I think they pronounce it like Domino. Cool. Go drop one over there too. And yeah, we'll drop it in Trash's Shameless Butt Plugs channel too. And yeah, why not? Okay, and I'll drop it in one more place on Slack, my virtual coffee. Boop, boop, boop. Where is it? And all right. Okay. I think I sorted it out. It's posted everywhere. Cool. All right. So, well, I guess a couple things. This is what I'm working on. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Go give it a star. I'll go drop it into chat. And let's go pop that on over at LinkedIn as well. Where did that? We're working on this. Go give it a star. All right, cool. Let's move that over there. Okay, now we're all good. Okay, so yeah, so more. We probably really shouldn't call this the MCP app demo anymore because like we're actually starting to use this internally at Pomerium where I work. But anyways, this is essentially an MCP client, so model context protocol that's secured by an identity aware proxy, which is Pomerium. That's what we do. That's what we are. So think of it as a application gateway, but it secures things. You've got an identity aware proxy, which is essentially an identity provider with a policy engine and a proxy, and all that together allows you to do like fine grained access control. So, like, forget MCPs for a second, but essentially, we're really good at securing internal apps, and we have some logos I can't really mention, but some pretty cool companies that are using us, and the thing is, this is a layer 7 proxy, so meaning it runs at the application level. And this fits really well with model context protocol servers. So we're securing agentic access as well. But the nice thing is, when you have something like an identity aware proxy, you can have uniform security, including not just for your internal apps, but also your MCP servers now. And so essentially that's what's going on here. And not going to go so much into the identity aware proxy stuff today. If you are interested in that, where is it? Um, I'll drop my talk that you can check out if you want. Well, there's a couple here. I'll drop this talk, this one. There. Copy link. So these are a couple talks worth checking out. So there's that one. And then there is, I'll go ahead and post that on LinkedIn. A couple talks worth checking out. They are my talks, so it's a bit of shameless promo, but it's relevant to what we're doing here, so that's why I'm sharing it. And let's copy this one and here. Did I paste that right? There we go. So this should give you an idea of what I'm working on. Um, okay, let's reload my LinkedIn comment. There we go. Didn't post the other one, so here. Just try that again. Post. There we go. Okay, and did I post that on my actual stream? No, I can't tell if I did. But I'll post them back in the chat here. So this one is worth checking out. And the other one, which I'll go ahead and just copy from what I just posted on LinkedIn. The joys of multi-streaming. Okay. Anyways, so check those out. Um, but essentially, we've got a lot of cool stuff going on here now. So let me just let's go to a new chat here. So I can use our sales DB. So this is a demo database of sales. It's not our real sales. This is from the Northwind database. If you may or may not have heard of that, depending on how old you are, it's been around for a while. But anyways, I can say like, get me the sales for every year in Europe only. Zoom this down a bit. So you're going to see it's making a tool call. So it basically is calling one of the tools from, so we have all these available in the sales DB MCP server. So we can like describe the table, list the tables, and we can do a read query. So it fails the first time for some reason. I'm not sure why, but we can see here. Huh, okay, it's having issues. Okay. Uh, the good thing is we're getting feedback that it didn't work. So like the MCP tool call failed. So that's actually helpful anyways. I wonder, let's see, let's try, how about sales for every year? Let's forget countries for a sec. Maybe it's having trouble just getting specific ones. So the read query fails again, fails again. Uh, at the moment, if you have alternative queries, let me go see if our server is actually working. Let's bring this over here. So let's see here. So this is a Go server running. This is the MCP server for that. Okay, so no such table. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Read query error executing SQL logic. No such table exists. Did I nuke my stuff or something? Hold on a sec. Let's double check here. Yes, I know I should have these in an env file, but I'm just being lazy at the moment. Okay, so that's up and running again. Okay, so that's definitely working. So let's, it's demo time, so it's supposed to blow up in my face, right? Okay, let's try this again. I don't know. I'll just do a full refresh and let's go with. Okay. Hold on a sec here. This isn't running in production also just for explaining things. So I have Promarium running on a DigitalOcean droplet, and then I'm using port forwarding in VS Code to actually forward my dev environment to a route. And might as well just show all this stuff, I guess, and then we'll get to the code interpreter stuff eventually. So okay, and then let's cd pom demo clear and vi config dot yaml. So we can basically see here. So this is my Pomerium config. There's nothing secret here. Everything's in .env file, so I'm not worried about that. But you can see here my dev environment. It's an actual publicly accessible URL here. But I'm using the port forwarding in VS Code. So if I come to here and go to that address, you're going to see the same thing loads. But you're going to notice there's some things missing, like my information here doesn't show up because it's not going through Pomerium. But if I come here, you can see my information. So anyways, this loaded. Let's just go for one, and then I'm going to say sales and show me the sales for every year. Now, I've got this zoomed in just so it's easier for people to see it, but okay. So it's listing the tables. It's making that call, and you can see here, go get that. Things are running a little slower for some reason, but it's still going. Okay, so it did the read query this time here. So you can see it actually did this select, and this is running in the actual database that I was showing you there, or not database, but the MCP server that's running in Go. We can see here, I get the sales. Okay. Now, would you like a chart visualization of this data? Yes, I would, but let's do this. Um, I gotta talk with my coworker Dennis, but we disable the servers and tools when they're once you start a chat, and I don't think we need to, but anyways, that's a UX thing. But let's add the code interpreter. So I'm gonna say, and also, what is the code interpreter? Code interpreter. Here we go. Drop that. Let's go drop that into the chat. Le chat. Open AI's code interpreter. Let's paste that in there. Okay. We'll do le paste. Okay. All right. Do that share. Okay. Um, so basically what this does is if you have the code interpreter tool enabled, when you do an OpenAI responses API call, it's gonna have this tool available. And so like if you say something like make me a chart or generate me a PDF, what it does is it spins up a container, it's ephemeral, and it's able to run Python code to do whatever you're asking. I don't know what the limitations are. Well, basically, as long as Python can run it, it should work. But that's essentially what it does. And I'm going to show you this in action, and hopefully I'm not talking out of my butt here as I do this. So that same information we just asked, show me all the sales for every year. I'm going to say show me the sales for every year and visualize it as a uh, pie chart. So we're going to see here, I have tools available in the sales database MCP server. And now let's see, watch it fail now. Let's see here. Of course it failed. Why did it fail? This is interesting. Not sure why. Try again. Let's see what it's doing. Come on, buddy. Why is it not liking that? It's doing the wrong query, I guess. Select sales date. Okay, let's try again. Get the sales for every year. Also, to be clear, this isn't the app not working. This is just the MCP server isn't cooperating with me. So I'll say get the sales for every year. Oh, did I get rate limited? Let's see here. I think I might have got rate limited. I'm not sure. Let's see here. I'll show the chat side by side. So okay, let's get this code interpreter sales. Okay, get visualize the sales for every year as a pie chart. Okay, this will be fun. You can actually see the response coming in. So, dang, what is it not? It appears there is an issue. Why don't you like my query? Interesting. Why you break? Why you break? Um, okay, let's try again. Get sale. Also, this isn't merged yet. This is actually what I'm working on. The code interpreter. The code interpreter works. It's just I don't know why my FCP server is not cooperating with me. So let's do this. Because I'm really trying to show the code interpreter. I'm not so much the MCP server right now. So create a pie chart of the GDP. Hey, thanks for the follow, Rasby Stun. Thanks for joining. So create a pie chart of the GDP of I don't know, let's say Germany for the past 10 years. Here's my new chat call. Come on. Am I getting rate limited? What's going on here? I got nothing. The struggle is real. Okay, so let's do that. Selected. There's some visualizations to clean up here, but you can see the chat coming in here. So to clarify, a pie chart shows a whole point. A trend chart. Yeah, sure. Let's do a trend chart. Sure. So you can see this is all streaming in now. Let's see what we do here. Okay. So now I have this, I'm actually calling the code interpreter, and you can see here it's running actual code, it's executing it. This is like nice UI to show it, but now we come here, it's still going, so it's cooking. God damn it. Why is it not doing it? Oh, it came up here. So the order is at, okay. I've got an issue with the order of things coming in. Okay. So we can see here, this actually generated a pie chart, and I can actually even download this. So this is very cool because if I open this now, bring it over here, I literally just made a query. OpenAI's responses API through the code interpreter was able to generate an image for me, which is very cool. Okay, so there's that. Now let's see here. Put it in a PDF with more details about the trend. Don't know if this is will work. I had it. It actually generated a PDF for me the other day. Okay, we got the pie chart happening. We got some code in here. Okay, come on. Writing code. Okay, so it's creating the PDF. It's done. Okay, I think it's putting it up here maybe? Download the PDF. Okay, there's an issue with where I'm rendering it, but let's just go ahead and open this. That's the wrong one. That's a bug. Okay, let's go here maybe. Uh, okay, there's some weird rendering stuff, but I think this is still the yeah, that's the image. Okay, so let's do this. I just want to get it to generate a PDF. So let's see here. Um, so generate a PDF of the GDP of Germany. Show it as a trend in a graph and provide details in the PDF about the trend. Let's see if this works. All right, so again, it's running the code interpreter. It wrote the code. Now it's executing it. Let's see what it does. Okay, it's putting it up there. That's something I'm rendering it. Okay, it's writing more code. It's gonna render it up top there. I'm pretty sure. Um, okay, let's see here. Okay, now. Okay, download the PDF. Son of a. Where is it? Okay, I'm gonna say uh, generate the PDF link. There's some quirks here that I have going on, but generate the PDF link again so I can download it. While that's going on, I'm just gonna check Slack real quick. All right. Uh, What's going on here? Remind me about this in 3 hours. Cool. Okay, let's try it. Did it work this time? Come on. No, son of a. I had this working the other day. It was just like just trying it, but you can see it generates the charts. There's something wonky going on, but hey, Sleep Pie, what are you doing right now? I am messing around with OpenAI's code interpreter and basically have a few things here. I have an MCP client that is leveraging the OpenAI responses API, and I can ask questions and stuff. And it here it's just generating. I'm trying to get it to generate a PDF for me. The link doesn't work. Give me the correct PDF link, please. All right. I don't want it to regenerate it, but all right, let's see here. It's definitely doing it. It's just not pulling the right one out. Yeah, it's gonna do that again. That's the wrong link. Don't regenerate the PDF. Just provide the correct link to download it. Nope, that's not it. That is not the right link. See here? No. Okay. All right. The link doesn't work. Just generate a bar graph. I think it's cooking. I think I cooked something. All right. Okay. Well, right now, what I want to do is, well, that was showing the code interpreter. There's just, I'm trying to get this PR merged and I got to fix some issues. There's some UI issues. So, like, right now, this, let's fix this. Ah, thanks, Sleep Pie. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Yeah, I'll fix that after, but let's see here. Let's go to, we go to mobile view. There we go. That's looking terrible. Let's do, there we go. So that should be like that. And then I pick one. Okay. Let's see here. So let's fix that. Okay. What does it say? MCP servers, say servers and tools. So um, just gonna fix a bunch of UI stuff really right now, but basically, yeah, the code interpreter is pretty cool. Okay, so selected count. Okay, is drawer open? Okay, selected servers dot length. Okay, this should be. Oh, interesting. I gotta know. I might have to pass in. Okay, let's try this over. VS Code's agent mode is been working really well, but for some stuff that still requires multi-file stuff, uh, Cursor's still behaving better. But I do know that they're working on it with in VS Code. Okay, so let's just fix a few things here. So um, let's put this over here for now. Okay, and also let's just open up Polypane. And this will just show us different views of it. Oh, I gotta log in again. Okay, just a sec here. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. Okay, so right now when you select, yeah, okay, I'm breaking all kinds of stuff. Um, when a child is clicked to, I need to, okay, well, let's start off by fixing the server count when it's selected. Da, da, da. When you select a server, the count is not reflected in the mobile view. It always says e.g. MCP servers 02. Let that cook. I'll zoom this in a bit. Okay, selected count. Uh, why? Hold on a sec. Double check that the server on server toggle function updates the selected servers. Immediately state in the parent. I'll update the drawer trigger button to include a key prop based on the selected count. That makes sense, I believe, because it'll re-render it based on that key. So let's just try that. That doesn't sound bad. Let's see here. Okay, maybe refresh. Also, let's zoom in here. Let's go 200%. Maybe not 200%, but let's do 150. Can I not scroll down? No. All right, 125. There we go. Okay, let's refresh. Oh, I didn't. No, that makes sense. Okay, so if I pick one of these, okay, the server count works. So actually, undo that last change. Okay. Also, this is for context. This is a React app. It's using TanStack Start. We're using Tailwind, React Query, all those goodies. Okay, so if we come back here, okay, we come to the servers. If I pick one, okay, the servers are updating. It's when I click on the tool. The tool is a separate child. So there's a few things here. That shouldn't be called MCP servers. Okay, here. So we'll just call this servers and tools. Or maybe, yeah, that's probably fine. And then let's do, uh, yeah, let's try that. It knows. Okay, this might be overkill for an icon, but let's bring this down. Okay, what have I done? Save. Oh, servers. Oh, server has already been declared. Sure. Let's go up. Okay. Oh, I see. Server as server icon. That makes sense. Okay. Find server. Okay, let's do server icon. Okay. All right. Uh, I wonder if we need to show servers and tools. Like we could do this and sorry, servers and tools. Let's move this up. And then maybe we do this as just SR only. I wonder if I think that's probably good. I don't know. Chat, do you think I should put servers and tools, the text? I also wonder we could actually put it superimpose them. So let's do this. Let's put it back to text SM, server and tools, select account total servers. Okay, that's good. Um, what else? I want to, let's see here. Let's superimpose them. So let's do, make this relative. Okay, that's good. And actually, let's do this. Leave that as flex. Let's do span. I don't know if this is gonna look good or not, but we'll see. Relative, and we're gonna put these both in there, and then yes, exactly. Okay, so that looks terrible right now. Um, I'm just trying to see how we can do this better. So maybe HW2 or leave that, and let's do this as like W2 maybe. Did that shrink it? I don't think it did. Looks the same to me. Da, da. Da, da. Let's do this. Is there a server and tools icon? Or what would be a great unified icon for MCP servers uh, and tools? Yeah, I figured there isn't one, which makes sense. Um, Server icon plug, server icon and settings. The current solution is super excellent for everything. Okay, if you want a slight variation, you could try server icon, plug, or settings. No. Let's see. Can you help with the placement of the wrench? I want it smaller and at the top right. Yeah, I did this already, but okay, let's do that. Make the change. Yes, this is what I just did, but let's go ahead over here. Okay. This is probably something I shouldn't have used. I should have just done this myself, but okay. I just want to see it over here. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Putting the bubble around it, except it's covering up the server too much. So let's do this. Let's come back over here. That was a good suggestion. Box shadow. Let's do one, one. Let's do 1.5 maybe. That's starting to look a little better. Uh, let's see. Let's move this over here. Let's just bring this over here. Let's close that. And let's get some real estate here. So let's see here. Um, all right. That's good. Background, box shadow. I don't think we need that. So let's get rid of the style. Okay, that's fine. And the rounded full padding. I don't think we need this. So, okay, so we need some kind of, yeah, that is better, but let's do let's see here. Dark beach. Oh yeah, let's see what it looks like on here. Okay, it looks pretty good, but let's do, okay, that's maybe a little too much. And then let's do maybe 1.5. Hey, Mr. Avids. Yeah, nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by through the trash Discord. The I guess the shameless butt plugs channel works. Good to see you. All right. So, okay, that actually looks okay there. Let's, I guess that's okay. I don't know. Let's see here. What about let's make this uh gray. No, let's do 100, 200. Yeah, I wonder, let's make this a bit smaller, the wrench. Let's do zero point 0.5. Also, Mr. Avids, if you're wondering what we're working on, I was showing the OpenAI code interpreter, but I'm just fixing some UI issues at the moment. Um, okay, that, and then this should be W four H dash four. Or if we do, let's see what happens there. Yeah, okay, that shrinks it. That I get. I think W2 might be better, and then let's just make this W2, W2. Okay, that's just gonna stay that way. Okay, I got it. Okay, cool. And then this 0.5, 0.5. Or you know what? Let's make this 3 maybe. I guess we'll leave it at 4. And if I get rid of these, okay, yeah, that doesn't change anything. So the W4 is containing it. That's fine. So we can just do that. We don't need this to contain it. Okay. BG gray 100 maybe. Yeah, that's good. Um, okay. And if I do this, I don't think the point 0.5 is kicking in at all. Yeah. Those aren't changing at all. Interesting. If I get rid of that completely. Oh, you know what it is? It's the padding maybe that's doing that. Okay, right to, I think that's good. Let's see what it looks like. And then for dark BG gray, okay, there, and let's do 200 maybe. No, that's terrible. Uh, I wonder if that's better, or should I just go? That looks pretty good. Uh, bit darker, maybe. Yeah. Okay, that's okay. I think. Okay, that's good. Servers and tools. Okay, let's just fix that. What have you been working on, Mr. Avids? Let's zoom this in. Okay, let's come here. Okay, so there's a few things I gotta fix here, but let's unstage everything. Let's just fix that button first. So let's come down here and we want all that. Red shirt. This we can all get rid of. Drawer title. Okay, that's okay. This is what we want, really. Okay, yeah. So actually, I should have just done that. Okay, let's do this. Stage. Here, hold on a sec. Stage selected ranges. There we go. And then let's come down here and let's fix this. We'll do this. And let's stage that. And let's just do this. No. Refactor. Updated server tools icon for mobile. Let's just double check again there. And yeah. Okay, cool. Commit. Okay, now let's fix the rest here. That's good. Okay, so in chat, yeah, so we're passing in the code interpreter tool. That's expected. Code interpreter toggle. I left the, you know what? I'm gonna put it back actually. Uh, yeah, I'll leave it. Okay, sure. Um, that's good. And then the server selector. Yeah, so this is what we're fixing right now. Okay, so if we come here, that's all good. That gives us the info. If we come back here, could have sworn you could scroll when you zoom in. Uh, oh, there you go. No, that's not working. Never mind. Okay. Let me just check Slack real quick. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see here. What's going on over on LinkedIn? I think these are just likes for that current thing. Okay. Oh yeah. Got a newsletter if anybody's interested. Go ahead and drop this. This is like, it's called onetipaweek.com because it's literally one dev tip a week. Uh, so if anybody is interested in that kind of thing, which you might be, because you're probably a dev if you're checking this out. Um, Here's my newsletter if you want to check it out. And let's just get the slogan so I can paste that in. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Okay. I got to zoom this back in, I guess. All right. Okay, I think this looks good there. Okay, so that's good. Now, when I select it, that's good. Server tools 1 and 2. Okay, that's good. All right, so let's just clean that up. Let's see what it says here. Da, 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 da. Let's just say refactor, post, rebase, getting tools, loading in server selector as children again. All right, cool. That's good. Let's push that. Oh, yeah, got to do push force because it's a rebase. Okay, there. Okay, so the other problem is so if we go to chat.tsx and we go to where is it? Code interpreter toggle. So basically I have the server selectors and in there that's what you see here. So like there's the servers that are actually in the list of servers, but I also add the code interpreter. So like if I get rid of these children, this child for example, you're going to see it's going to disappear from there and um it's only showing the server MCP servers, not the additional tools. So let's come back here, put that back in. Now I did this because I didn't want to have like the code interpreter toggle or any other tools tightly coupled to that server selector. And um, it is kind of intertwined, but so like the main thing I have to figure out now is uh, it has oh, actually, yeah. So there's a few things. So it should include the count of the children. So let's go into server selector again. And no, no. Okay. So this total servers, this should actually be the total servers plus the children. So let's do this. So total tools, and let's see, server plus uh, children to array. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's actually do a bit of cleanup here. So this is a React uh, uh, utility here where you can just put the children to an array. But since I'm doing this here to get the total length there, I'm actually going to. There's a place where I use this up here somewhere. Server selector. Actually, let me just find it. Children, not child friend. Children dot. Yeah. Okay. So here. So let's do this. Just gonna call it kids for now. Let's find this now, and let's do this. Const kids. Okay, and then let's do. I think it's used in another spot though. Uh, I I think that's why maybe. Where am I doing that? Yeah, hold on a sec. This is the normal list state if server children blah blah blah. This could probably be cleaned up too, but okay, so server selection content. Okay, children. Okay. So in that case, let's undo this. Okay, let's put that back because we still want to iterate over the children. Now, here, Normally you don't cast, but this is just a way to see if we can get a unique key for um, the children. Now, we could enforce that it is a React element, but uh, I don't want to go overkill right now. This is really just for the key. So like I we're passing in the tools right now. So like we have like it's a component, the code interpreter toggle. So it is a React element. So it should have a key, but we default to tool with the index if not. But anyways, let's uh, let's get to this. I'm being a little lazy here, but let's go for children to yeah. So I need this total tools. Okay, if mobile children. Okay, yeah, that's right. This is a shared props handle server click is not used, I guess. So server selector. Oh yeah, I think the issue is that that's another thing that renders it. So this is right. Total tools. And then let's come down here, and this should be total tools. So now we should see 3. That's good. Instead of, uh, let me zoom in here. So it's one of 3 now, which is correct because we have 1, 2, 3. Um, Now we need to get the selected count, which needs to be, this is where I need to know if the tool is selected. So let's see here. Selected count is good if it's just servers, but if there are children that come in as well, we need to know if the tool is selected or not. Uh, the tool itself updates in at chat TSX to let it know it's available, but the at server selector has no idea. What's the best approach? And let's see what else. I wonder, maybe, yeah, anyways. I'm wondering if like the server container, like the server selector really is just kind of like the shell. And then so like, let's see here. Let's see what it's saying. What's it cooking? Remember to always be critical of stuff when you're vibe coding. Yeah, I get that. This means servers aren't actually display the count of selected certain tools. Best approach, wait for server selector to know the selection state of both servers and tools. Okay, yeah, lift state up. Yeah, that I get. So manage both server selectors and selected tools in the parent. Pass both down to the server selectors props that I get. Yeah, that makes sense. But I just want to see how this works. So on tool toggle, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Tool toggle. Let's see here. Um, I don't think this is the best approach, maybe. No, we don't need to do render prop. That's old school, although still works. What if server selector is just a shell to house servers and tools, and they all come in as children, and the total for servers and tools is managed in the parent. Currently, I only pass in the um at code interpreter toggle. Thoughts. It's me just pair programming with Skynet. Yeah, it makes more sense that the server select, and it's not even really gonna rename it. It's no longer a server selector, but so yeah, add more tools here is needed. Yeah, this makes more sense. Okay, so can you make the change? Let's see what it does here. And then maybe, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see what it cooks. Okay, while that's cooking, anything breaking? Okay. A few weeks ago, we had a fun. Okay. All right. Sorry, just reading something. Okay. So let's see, what's it gonna do? So server toggle. Yeah, we do also need a server toggle component now because this started off. Yeah, I was gonna do this eventually, but yeah, okay. Server toggles. Um, sure. Let's just see what it's gonna do. So the way I normally vibe code is I'm critical of what it's doing, but a lot of times I'll just accept it all. Then I'll just look at what it did in like my changes in Git. Okay. So let's first of all, before I even look at the code, let's see if it actually works. So okay, 0 of 1. Okay, 0 of 3. Okay, server tools. Okay, they're all showing up in there. I'd put the code interpreter first, but that's another thing. Okay, that looks good. And if I do this, okay, we get 2. That's good. So it's behaving how I'd want it to behave. So that's good. That's like the first check. Eh, Okay. And really wish I could zoom this in. You know what? I'm going to do this. Let's get out of here and let's just do that. And let's just zoom in. Not over there, over here. Okay. So there. Yeah, that's better. Then people will be able to see it better. And then we can just shrink this window and bring this over here like this. Got to have the dev tools open. So let's put them down below maybe. Let's put them bottom. There we go. That's better because this is all we really care about right now in terms of. Okay, that's perfect. That's a little easier for people to see. Okay, so let's see what the heck it did. Okay, so chat. Let's close a few things here. So in chat, there's a server toggle now. That makes sense. Uh, okay. And the server toggle is getting the values from the servers and key server ID, server is selected, on toggle, disabled. Okay. And then there's the code interpreter. Tool toggles, sure. Okay. I don't think that really needs to be in there. Selected count. Okay, yeah, that makes sense for now. If we add more tools, we can adjust that. Okay, this is working, but let's go down here now and let's see what it did. So it removed a lot of stuff. Uh, Button variant rounded, server scroll to bottom. Why did it do that? Uh, why did it get rid of this? Uh, okay, that's another thing, but let's just see here. Uh, yeah, it did get rid of that button. Hold on a sec. But, this works, but you got rid of the sticky button that scrolls the content into view. All right, let's see here. Coffee's still going. Yeah, put that back. Okay, let's come back here. And let me just zoom out for a sec. Okay, what is a B tree? We don't need tools here for the moment. Okay, buttons back. Okay, that's good. Okay, cool. Nice. All right, let's go back to new chat. Mhm. Selecting them works. That's good. Um, let's see here. Where was I? Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, so let's come back here and what are the changes now? Okay, okay, we got our server toggle and yeah, we got a new server toggle, which is good. Okay, so let's come back down here. So compute all we don't need to do what they're well, actually this yeah, we can pass those in, but this really doesn't need to be an array there, but okay, so let's just go find this. Let's close this. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Okay, so let's just look for tool toggles. The length I get, um, we can just do this actually. Select the count, yes, and then uh, yeah, sure. Put the tool toggles in there for now, sure, and then let's go here. Now I'm gonna put the tool toggles first, and the reason being is when they load, because like let's look at this. If you have it first, then the other ones come in. There's some cleanup there, but okay, that looks okay. And then if we go back to mobile, there we go, boom. Whoops. Yeah, Notion is broken. That's fine. I haven't configured that. Should say 3. Okay, that's good. Okay, that is good. Okay, now let's just evaluate the whole thing here. So server selector, this should actually be okay. Servers on server change on server toggle. Okay, so that tool gets enabled, the servers, and if we come back into the server selector, okay, hold on. Okay, this is not really a server selector now. So is loading on refresh. Okay. There's some things here that I'll do this in another PR, but this should be React query. That was already in there. Let's see here. Use disconnected server. What is this used now? Is it used in chat? Okay, why did it undo that? Okay, let's see what you hacked and slashed here. Okay, handle server click. Okay, this should all be. This should be handled better. But connect to server. Uh, there's some refactoring I'm doing here still. Why did you remove the connect to server? Disconnect from server, etc. Let's zoom this in. Uh, yeah. Uh, oh, does the server toggle? Why did I not see that? Let's close this. Okay, that toggle makes sense. Um, status indicator. Okay, I broke something. Okay, I think we're gonna have to refa refactor here at some point. Hold on a sec. Uh, that I get, but that functionality wasn't moved and should have been. Um, I'm making a mess here. Okay. If the server, yeah, because if it's in the server toggle, it makes sense because it's mutating. I think in the server toggle makes sense. Uh, Well, no, it's just trying to think of how this is. Let me give a think on this for a second. Da-da-da. Doo-doo. Uh, da-da. Okay, there. Let's think about this. Okay. The I got to get my storybook PR in so I can just work these better. The server toggle should be a dumb component. So the server toggle should be a dumb component. Uh, maybe we need a server and tools component that houses all this logic. You know what? Then maybe then we're just getting back to what it was. I think, yeah, because the reason why I didn't want to put the code interpreter in originally into the server selector was because then I'd have to basically pass props in from chat.tsx, which were specific to the code interpreter tool. So I think what we could do is just add some kind of toggle instead. So let me think about this. Ba, ba, ba. Let's go to, yeah, okay, let's do this. Open. No, I don't want to open. Let's do clear. Isn't there a clear button? Uh, whatever. Okay. So we've got here. Oh, I don't need yellow right now. No, let's do this. Let's just do background. So we've got the server selector. So, and in there we've got like server toggle. Got a few of those. Okay, and then so this is that. And then if these all come in, I guess the main thing I want to avoid is because if we come back to the code, hey Daniel, how's it going? Good to see you. Congrats again on the uh, joining Vercel. And also, I should check my Twitch. Did you just raid me? I feel like you probably just raided me. Oh no, you didn't. Okay, no, that's fine. No worries. Uh, I just don't have I don't have Twitch open, so I couldn't tell if it was rated. But anyways, yeah, good to see you. Yeah, congrats again. You did raid me. Okay, all right. Thank you for the raid. Okay, so let me. It's consider yourself pillaged. Yes, welcome to the village. I am being pillaged. Thank you, thank you. Um, yeah. So what are we working on here? I've broken something at the moment, but here, let me stash my changes real quick. Uh, let me zoom out for a sec. G stash. Okay, so there's some UI cleanup here to do, but essentially, uh, I work at a place called Pomerium. It's an identity-aware proxy. Which directions are the valuables? The valuables are to the right, snacks are on the left, and remember to keep hydrated as you pillage. And thank you again for the raid. So basically, this started off as a demo for the AI World Fair. I was there recently. It's like a month ago now, 3 weeks, a month ago, and essentially we wanted to showcase. So I dropped links to it before. Let me try and find those. But um, let me go here. There's a couple talks I gave recently. This one, so we're talking about MCP. So yeah, to to kind of backpedal a bit. So let me share these links first for folks on Twitch because people already got these elsewhere. So there's this one, and then there's this one. No need to watch them now, obviously. But okay. So what are we doing exactly? Okay, so in a nutshell, Pomerium is what's called an identity aware proxy. So essentially, you have an identity provider, you have a policy engine, and you have a proxy. And all that together, think of it as an application gateway that you host this at your network edge. So this is in your infra, and you get a few things out of here. You obviously have your identity aware, sorry, your identity provider. So like how you log in and stuff, the proxy, which goes to your actual internal tools or services, or also MCP servers. And then you have a policy engine. And this allows you to basically gate what people can see or do. And you can do it at a really granular level. So you can do this for, like you can just say, like, you don't have access to this MCP server. Like if we're just talking about MCP servers, but this applies to any service in general. You could say like, okay, you don't have access to this MCP server, but in the context of MCPs, with the identity aware proxy, we can also do it at the tool level. So we can say like, you don't have access to this tool. That's kind of it in a nutshell. And then so basically, fast forward to, we're going to the AI World Fair. We're not an AI company, we're security software. Um, but we fit really well with MCPs. So because we're a layer 7 proxy, meaning we run at the application layer. So like HTTP, and remote MCP servers, HTTP. So that's how that all came about. So we secure MCP servers now. And so let's just do a few things here. Yes, I know you're not connecting Notion. Okay. Um, okay, so let's just, this is also just to give a demonstration of what it is. Think of it like ChatGPT. I don't have saved conversations on the side. This was originally for a demo, but we're actually starting to use this internally. So we'll probably have saved conversations. It's also open source. So feel free to go give that a star. Working actively on this. And um, you can kind of, if you watch the video and stuff here, and there's some diagrams explaining what we do. But the nice thing too about the MCP support that we have baked in now is you can just have an MCP server. It's secured with OAuth because of the identity provider. It's a OIDC Connect compliant IDP. So that's one thing. You can just automatically secure an MCP server. You don't have to implement anything in your MCP server. The gateway handles that. Aside from that, if you have upstream services, so like say you have an MCP server that you want to gate, that you need to gate with OAuth as well. So like there's two layers. There's, you know, the OAuth for getting to your MCP server. Then there's also the OAuth for, like, my MCP server uses GitHub, and you don't need to implement that yourself. You still need to create a OAuth app where you get the client ID secret and stuff. But in terms of Pomerium, this just ends up being configuration you add, and then we handle all that flow. And the other thing that's nice about that is MCP clients never get the actual token. So like if your MCP server uses GitHub, uh, once you go to add that remote MCP server to your MCP client, when it comes back, it goes through Pomerium, which is the gateway, and all of the MCP client gets back is a short-lived jot that comes from Pomerium, which is you in Pomerium. So from a security standpoint, you're never exposing any of those tokens, because like imagine you were connected to, like, I don't know, Google, GitHub, Linear, whatever. All those tokens never cross the gateway. We manage those, and so you just end up with that short-lived token. So, uh, it's I'd say it's practically impossible to really steal those. It's typically humans and misconfiguration. But even if they did get a handle on that, the attack vector is a lot less because one, they're short-lived, and it's not the actual tokens to the upstream services. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. So like I said, this is think of this as it's just like a chat app. So I can say like, what is next? I have this zoomed in, so just so people can see it better. So it's typically not this big. So there you go. So this is just regular, chat app stuff. That's nothing exciting. But let's do another chat, and I'm going to connect to the sales DB, which in our case is Northwind, which is a testing database that's been around forever. It's got suppliers, clients, customers, etc. So I can say like, what were the sales for each year? So now what's happening is there's a tool call happening. So we've said we're using this MCP server, and I want to go and see what tools I have. So this tells me the tools I have available. Since this is like more for developers to see, it's like that's why it's a JSON snippet. But essentially, those are all the tools available. And uh, my tool keeps dying today. I'm not sure what it is. Like if I go check my server again, it keeps doing a wrong query. Like if I bring this up here, so the MCP server that I was querying, it's just a Go app running here, and it's yeah. So uh, no such table sales. Yeah. Okay. Uh, there is no sales table. That is right. So it's just trying to do a query on something that doesn't exist. So I guess this is the prompting part maybe, but it's uh let's try it again. Um, show me the sales for each year. I don't know if this will work. We'll see. It's still not okay. All right, let's. This is something I don't know. It's demo time, so obviously things are blowing up in my face in front of you all, but that's okay. Let's do a new chat. Let's just say, who are all the suppliers in Europe? This should work. In the okay. It's like it's just not playing nice with me. So let's do this. I'll be more specific. Who are all the suppliers in European countries? Gonna be a little nicer to me now this time. Let's see. Son of a what is going on? Okay. Well, anyways, that's not working for some reason right now, but it's literally it is running, but it's just saying no such table sales, etc. So yeah. Um okay. Little disappointing, but let's try another one. Let's see here. What tables are in the database? It should list tables. I shouldn't have to do this. I haven't done this before, but um am I throttling or did I break something? All right, let's try this again. Uh, what are the tables in the database? Okay, what's going on? What are the tables in the database? Okay, did I like literally? Oh, it's still loading. Okay, there's okay, that makes sense. Yeah. There's so I have Pomerium running on a digital ocean droplet. I'm doing dev through my local, but things seem to be running slow. Something's not loading up. Okay, interesting. Let's close and try again, maybe. Boom. There you go. I don't know what happened there. Okay, let's just try this again then. So, what were the sales every year? Don't let me down this time. I feel like you can do it. Nah. Peers, there was no access to sales data. Okay. What tables are available in the database? Okay, list tables, that should call that. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yes, go ahead. Okay. It didn't do this before, but now it's able to get the tables. And there we go. Yes. Okay, retrieve sales by year. Yes. What is going on? Oh man. Okay, let's see here. Um, why is that not working? Okay. Anyways, we'll sort that out. But that's live demos. Okay, so let's do this. Give this a second to load up. This UI I need to fix here. Save that. Yeah, something is pretty toast. But okay, well, while that's happening, let's go to Ghosty and I'll just kind of show you what the config looks like. So this is configuration for Pomerium. So there's nothing secret in here that it's all in my .env, so nothing exposed. Um, there's a few things here, but like because it's an identity-aware proxy, essentially people are never hitting the actual services. So you can see here, so you have this concept of routes. So not routes like if you're an app dev where it's like slash API something. Think of the routes in the context of the identiware proxies. They're literally separate sites. So here, this is my actual URL, and you can see I'm tunneling to the Microsoft port forwarding here. So if I come over here and load that, it's the same thing that loads up, but there's like my information doesn't show up here. But if I come here, it's gonna load up now, isn't it? You can see because I'm going through Pomerium now, I have all this. So this is just my development setup right now. In a real setup, you would not be like a production setup. You would not be port forwarding like I'm doing right now. This is just so I can do development for MCP servers. This is an MCP specific issue with our setup right now because when you make when you want to actually call an MCP server, like you can't pass like a locally running MCP server to the OpenAI responses API. Because what happens is you're gonna send it. It's gonna go, oh, localhost, whatever. Or even if you have local certificates, it's not gonna be able to reach that because it's on your own computer. So that's why I'm using an actual domain and I have the port forwarding going on. So let's see here. Um, I don't know who are get me a list of all our products. Watch just nothing work for me now. Okay, there we go. So it gave a list here. Okay. Uh, that should be Markdown, but like if we copy this, let's see what it looks like in Markdown. Okay, yeah. So it's returning not so great Markdown. That's something else. But okay, don't save. Yes. No, I don't want to save. There we go. Cool. All right. So let's see here. Okay. What were the sales for all the European companies in 2015? Let's see if it's gonna die on me again. There we go. Okay. No, I don't want the products. Now it's doing the other thing. Okay, now it's giving me it as a proper list, but okay. Read query, and it's gonna get me come on. Okay, read query. Okay, so all the products. Okay, company sales. Okay, there's an issue I have where it's writing to the chat bubble above, but you can see here the neat thing is, so the MCP server made a tool call, and you can see it ran this select from there. Okay, let me just make sure I don't have any meetings in a second. Okay, no, we're good. Okay, so that's cool. Like we're just showing an MCP server. The thing is, you're gated by that MCP server. So what I'll show you is, so let's go to .pomerium routes for MCPs. So this is the actual server to connect to for the sales DB, for example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into VS Code, which is up to date with the latest stuff for MCP. And let's do HTTP server URL, gonna paste it in, and let's call it uh, streaming with Nick. Terrible name, but okay. Available to all workspaces, yes. Okay. So now you're going to see what happens is, so this is already secured with Pomerium. So I'm going to say, yes, I want to allow to authorize me. And I'm going to say, yes, configure trusted domains, trust all Maison Lab. Okay. Now it's going to say I successfully signed in. And now you're going to see that this MCP server is actually running. And I can delete these other ones here. Not the Copilot one, but this one, that was a test. But you can see it's running. And you can see there's 3 tools. And let's see what's show configuration. Oh, okay, there. So let's just go on a Copilot for a second. So now, so just to kind of reiterate what happened there. So I added an MCP server in VS Code. It did the OAuth flow, which took me through Pomerium. I'm using the Identiware proxy. I was already logged in elsewhere, so it just auto logged me in. But had I not been logged in, I would have been redirected, and then I would have logged in with Google and stuff. So let's see here. Let's just say like, watch it working here. What were the sales for 2012? And let me zoom this in. Okay. Oh wait, do I have to add the MCP servers there? Do I have to? I forget. Do I have to allow them now? Show installed servers. No, that's not what I wanted to show. This worked the other day. So let's see here. Everything's just going boom in my face. So yeah, it's there. That's working. So start. Okay. No errors. Okay. I think I might have accidentally stopped it. Hey, Revs, how's it going? Good to see you. Okay, so I'm just having this zoomed up. So let's just do this. So let's just say, and to be clear, because I know some people just joined, I've got my MCP server connected in VS Code now. It's a database, internal database. So what were the sales in 2012? Now, there's no direct information in the Northwind. Why is it not working? It's my to be clear, my MCP server is there. So but this should be picking it up. I feel like I'm missing something here. What tables are in the database? I want to make sure it's picking up my thing. It's running. Your workspace can. Oh, okay. This is kind of funny. I'm in the MCP app. Sorry, I'm in the MCP server code base right now. So, okay. So that's why it's confused, I think. So let's go to a different one. Let's go to over here. Yeah, so let's come over here and let's do a new one. And hey, Rev, so what am I building? So uh, it's a MCP client right now that's secured with Pomerium, which is where I work, which is an identity aware proxy. And we're also securing MCP servers. And I'm just trying to finish a PR, but I was in the middle of just showing MCP server configured in VS Code, and I want it to do something. So let me just zoom this completely in and zoom this over some more. Okay, that's it. Okay. So let's say, what are the tables in the database? Okay. Let's see here. Let me make sure my settings MCP should be down here, right? Uh, MCP, uh, browse servers, no. Open user configuration. Okay. So it's here. Why did it not start? Oh, maybe something died. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that is running right now though. I see it's still running. Okay. What are the tables in the database? Okay. So now it's kicking in and it's at so that same MCP server that I'm running in my MCP client, I have it in VS Code now. So I'm going to say continue, list the tables, and it's showing me what tables are in the database. So let's see here. What were the sales for us every year? So should do a tool call. So yeah, there it's gonna do the order. It's gonna do the read query, and then we get the totals here. Why it's working in VS Code and not in my own app is another thing, but this is pretty neat. So this is just in terms of like this why standards are good. So the MCP server is running in VS Code, but the same one is running in my app. So let me get the same prompt here. And let's come over here. Where are you at? Okay. MCP, sorry, dev.mcp. And okay, let's do the sales database. Now let's try it. What were the sales for us every year? Now ours fails. It there was an error retrieving the sale. Yeah, okay, try again. Okay, describe the table. Okay. Yeah, that didn't help. Uh yeah, something's going wonky in ours for some reason. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Revs. Also, if you want, feel free to give this a star if you want to. No need to, but I'll drop it on YouTube since that's where you're at. Um, boom. There you go. And this is what we're working on. Okay, what was wrong with the Discord link? Did we change it again? Oh, weird. Why did it? Okay. Anyways, not important right now. Okay, so why does it here not do that? Okay, let's see here. Let's just do a new chat. Let's say for our, I'm being more explicit because I just want to demo something, but for our orders, what were our sales every year? No worries, Revs. Let me know what wasn't clear if it wasn't clear. Okay. So this read query, come on. Okay. So here's our sales. Okay, that's great. Yes. Visualize the data. Now this is where hopefully the code interpreter will kick in. I have it selected. It should go to the code interpreter. All right, that's fine. Here, well, from the beginning, that's a big ask, but okay. Here, I'll get to your question in a sec, Revs. So you can see here now, let me zoom it down. It's actually running, it's executing Python code. It completed it. And if we come down here, all right, okay, you're gonna see it actually generated a chart, which is really cool. I have a weird bug where it's putting it in the previous message, but that's something I'll sort out. Anyways, that's just pretty cool, I think. Let's see here. Make it a pie chart. Use the same data. So it's doing a tool call again. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, read. Okay, it's getting the data. So we should see a pie chart this time. Again, there's a bug where I got to fix this, but it should give us a message shortly. It's up here somewhere. There we go. We got a pie chart now. Uh, Pretty cool. Anyways, that's kind of the neat stuff. But yeah, learning AI to start. I mean, there's just a lot. Like, what in AI? Like, do you mean machine learning? Do you mean like prompting? Do you mean like AI engineering? There's a lot of things. I don't know. I'd say like one skill that's good to have is asking good questions, and I mean that in the sense that one, it's good to be able to ask good questions in general, but like when you're prompting, like you're gonna get better results if you're more specific or really know what you want. So I think that's important. Uh, Let me just check my work. Okay, hold on a sec. Uh, I'm supposed to be having lunch right now, but that's a early lunch. But I will get something shortly, and uh, probably will wrap up shortly. Anyways, where's the access? Okay, all right, there. Cool. Anyways, there's some bugs I got to sort out, but just to kind of reiterate, so we had tool calling happen. We got data from our actual database, and then we're able to generate like a pie chart, for example. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I got some quirks I got to sort out, but looking to get this in today. I should have it sorted out later today. But yeah, in terms of what you're asking, Revs, yeah, like I said, just try and pick something. Like, do you use anything like try Copilot? They have a free tier. I think Cursor and Windsurf also have free tiers to some degree. Google's AI Studio. Just yeah, I guess if you're not sure what you want to start with, I mean, I'd say like I guess maybe start getting good at prompting. Prompting is not going to become a field necessarily. It's just being able to communicate, but I think that will help. There's also other stuff like it depends if you want to do like generative AI, like you can also look at stuff like v0.dev or bolt.new. There's Lovable, lots of cool stuff. So that's where I'd say start. Anyways, I'm gonna head off here and I'm gonna grab a bite to eat before I have my stand up. But thanks, Daniel and everybody for the raid today, and great hanging, everybody. And if you aren't already following me on Twitch or YouTube, go give a follow or a subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.